So for the first problem, we are going to take 9x to the second plus 12x plus 1, then divided by 3x. It should look like that. Second, divide every single number in the polynomial by 3x. And remember that we are dividing exponents. You divide the base and subtract the exponent. Remember that 1 and 3x aren't like terms, so you can't divide them. So you leave them as 1 divided by 3x, and your final answer should be 3x plus 4 plus 1 divided by 3x.
Now, for our next problem, it's going to be 16x to the 6th minus 12x plus 4x squared divided by 4x squared. Look a little familiar? So, you take 16x to the 6th divided by 4x squared. Then you take negative 12x and divide that by 4x squared. So remember, there's a subtraction sign up here right in front of the 12x. So that means you're going to have to divide the 12x as a negative number. Always make sure that you remember that in all cases when dividing polynomials and generally in most cases of math. And finally, 4x squared divided by 4x squared. So, you're going to divide 16 by 4, which will be 3. Then you subtract the exponents, that'll be 4. And the next one gets a little tricky because the exponents, the one on top has a lesser exponential value than the 4x squared. So, we're going to put it as 3 divided by x. Then, this one's very simple. All the numbers in this cancel each other out, so it's simply going to be plus 1. And that is how you do dividing polynomials. That's one more example for you, and we're going to do one more for you right now. Okay, for our final problem, it's going to get a little trickier. So try and stay with me. We're going to be using two variables. So it's going to be 4x to the second and times y to the third plus 2x squared y minus 6xy to the second divided by 2xy. We've picked a very simple one for you to divide all the numbers by so you can have a basic idea of what's going to happen next. So you're going to take 4x squared and y to the third divided by 2xy. Then you're going to take 2x squared y and divide that by 2xy. Then finally you're going to take negative 6xy squared, divide that by 2xy as well. Remember what we said in the previous video, you have that subtraction sign there, make sure it's a negative. So finally, if you do it correctly, your solution will be 2xy squared plus x minus 3y. I'm going to give you a little background on why each one of those are the answers. So for your first one, 2xy squared, dividing 2 by 4 will get you 2. Remember, we're dividing, so we subtract the exponents on both variables. So remember, there's still a 1 right there and a 1 there. Make sure to keep that in mind when you're doing all these problems. So it's going to come out as 2xy to the second. Now for a little background on this one. This one's a lot like the last video where it's a lot simpler. So as previously stated, you're going to subtract those exponents because there's always a 1 value there and even here. So these two y's will cancel each other out. The two 2's will cancel each other out. And of course, you're just left with x, which can be seen right here. And then finally for the last one, again, this is a negative, so be sure that you always have a negative value. Unless, of course, you're dividing a negative by a negative, then you'd have a positive. So, the two y's, of course, there's a 1 there, the 1 there, and the 1 there. So, of course, this is going to be 3y, and that's it. Make sure that negative 3y, I'm sorry. It's going to be negative 3y. So, of course, always keep in mind to double check your values and make sure that a positive is a positive, a negative, because that's a silly way to lose points. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope we've helped you thoroughly.